You guys want to see what messaging is coming out of the people who told you to vote for Joe Biden? You want to see what their take is on this? And this is why I warn people about these people that are telling you to vote for Joe Biden. The people who tell you to support the Democratic Party, they suck on foreign policy. They don't care about the police state that is currently being expanded right now. They don't even understand that our struggle right now is with the national security state. The expansion of the national security state is one of the biggest problems that we are dealing with right now. Check this out. This is the guy who. Once again, I thought Zoomers was cool, but then I realized Zoomers like listen to the dude.
Now,
listen to this.
I want to be clear about this. The thing that's frustrated me is that a lot of people on the left pretend that us pulling out of Afghanistan would be a good thing. Like that the Afghan people are like just waiting to yearn and breathe free to remove the American occupation. Make no mistake, the American occupation was relatively small and relatively cheap, all things considered. Now,
relatively small. This is just not true. That is not true. So I wish I had the confidence, and this is what get these people to like watching these people, the caucasity to be this wrong. But to be able to say it with that amount of confidence.
No facts, just vibes, bro. No stats, no numbers.
I'll just make sure that my numbers here is right. But I think the number is like the war in Afghanistan costs America $300 million per day. See, I don't like to, unlike this guy that we just played, I don't like just talking out my ass. I think I know these numbers, but I always like to double check. When I come on these streams, I try my best to not mislead you guys. I promise you guys. If I get something wrong, it's because I generally inherently messed up. But I'm Googling it now, and the Afghan war costs the U.S. $2 trillion. $2 trillion. But Vaush Limbaugh, as my friend Max Blumenthal called him, and I think that's starting to stick, he was like, relatively cheap. That's the kind of take you get for someone from Beverly Hills. And people wonder why do Jimmy do it? Why do you guys talk about Emma Vigley and her wealth? Why you guys talk about Vaush and his wealth? Because it's really relevant. It's really relevant. That's a very class loyal take. His takes are very class loyal. Emma Vigeland's takes are very class loyal. That's why we bring it up. I love class traders. I am friends with a lot of people who grew up privileged. That does not mean you're a bad leftist. Because there are a lot of great class traders out there, like Susan Sarandon, probably the most famous class trader out there. But you gotta understand that when we have someone who is raised among wealthy shit libs, this is the way they think. They think the United States empire means well. That's the conclusion he has. Oh, the U.S. is doing things for Afghan women got worse ever since the occupation. The amount of female doctors went down. The amount of female doctors plummeted. The women literacy rate in Afghanistan literally dropped. It's almost halved. So the idea that the United States we have good intentions, that we are going to actually fix a country, that is caucasity of the highest level, and that's the take that you get from Majority Report, that you get from Vaush. This is not about the drama. This is about the issues. This guy got a platform. This is the guy that Zoomers are listening to. And he justifying our presence in Afghanistan. And you think the establishment haven't adjusted to our movement? What he like, yo, I'm super leftist. I'm a communist, but I believe in every single CIA talking point, though. And you think they haven't adjusted to our movement? They know that young people listen to people who have a camera and sound confident. So they hijack our language to push pro-imperialist talking points. Once again, not about drama, it's about the issues. Because this is part of the PSYOP. This is part of what get people to support these wars. So there's going to be a lot of people, just like me, when I grew up. I remember I used to like Stephen Colbert. I used to thought he was good, right? I remember there's a point where I was like, yo, Bill Maher, he probably on the bar. A lot of people watching now, he did grow up and realize this dude lied to you. And I hope when people realize that, it radicalizes them even more. You got any thoughts, Finney?
You know how I feel about white leftists. You know how I feel about the class struggle. If you're not within my class,
we had conversations about class struggles. We've seen that in real time.
Yeah, and if you're not standing in solidarity with Black people in a real way, and watching the space that you take up in Black spaces and in revolutionary movements, I'm not checking for you, white people. I know y'all are. I know that you're paid to say things you are, and that's just what it is.
That's
Period.
the same guy who said, "Oh, we should pay reparations, but not based on race, but based on class." And you guys wonder why we don't trust these people. Reparations is a debt owed.
Mm-hmm.
It's a debt owed. Two white dudes debating about critical race theory, and that's the left position. The one that agreed with Charlie Kirk that we should do it based on class. And then people wonder why we're like, yo, we need a black-led movement. We can't have these people are our leaders. The people are imperialists. The people don't support reparations. The people don't support our liberation. They support giant police budgets. They support the Democratic Party that support the white supremacist systems that they claim that they oppose against Trump. They said they're going to fight against Trumpism, but they're expanding Trumpism in front of our face. They don't care.